Hello and welcome back to Nat Scraps. My name's Nat and today we are up to layout 5, guys, of the Are We There Yet kit. And no, we're not there yet. You're probably all in the back seat of the car right now yelling that at me. Are we there yet, Nat? No, we're still working on this kit and we still have this one and you'll find out. For those of you playing along at home, you'll know what I mean. We have been trying to guess how many layouts we're going to get out of the scraps from the kit. So we have done the kit, then we've made pages up, and this is layout 5 of the scraps. Now, those of you at home that have been following, you will know that I added some Picture My Life cards, 3 stamp sets, and things like that. I have plenty of links below, guys, and the description with the playlist, the stamps used, and etc, and all that jazz. So check them back and go watch all the other videos if you haven't seen them, because they will help let you know what we've been up to. Today's layout, guys, I sort of planned, I was pulling the scraps out and did that little circly thing, and that got scrapped there. And now I'm going to go back to a trusty old favorite and build something using lots of the Picture My Life cards I've got left and other little scraps of paper and making them into flags. Now, this is not my idea by any means. I haven't magically come up with this layout. We've seen versions of it in lots of different places at a lot of different times. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on this today, but we will go through the process with you and see what we come out with at the other end. I am going to start by cutting some of these Picture My Life cards down and making them into different shapes, or pulling them out at least and putting them where I think that I can pop them. And you'll see me as I kind of build along. I'm looking at a single at the moment. We will change that up in a moment and make it into a double page. I'm always surprised how far the Picture My Life cards help me in making extra layouts. They're a very small investment for a very extended amount of embellishments and paper and bits and pieces. I don't do a lot of Picture My Life kind of pocket card scrapping. I do more the double pages or single layouts, but they're always so useful. And as you've seen through this series, making embellishments out of them, using them for extra paper and things. If you do have the ability to be able to add them to your cart when you're buying a kit, I highly recommend it, and it does help so much when you come to these last bits and pieces. Here's where I am going to move that along and make that into a double page, I believe. Are we going to do that? Let's see. I am sure we will get there eventually, guys. Sometimes the video just doesn't go as fast as what my voice does. Not that my voice is really great today. I don't know if you notice, it's really crackly today, but I need to get these voiceovers done, and I've got a couple more to do, and then I'm starting on the next collection. You may have just seen that I quickly brought in a zip strip. It's a green zip strip. I bring that in several times to try put it as a base for all of these little flags and things. It doesn't work in the end, but you'll see me several times bring that in and give it a go. I've fast forwarded a lot of this now to a very high speed, and it is just me putting on these strips and working out what I want to go where. You'll see I have a little line there, so I know how much space there is above where I want to put those strips, and I'm just tacking them just onto the page until I know that I'm happy. So I've not sticking them down completely, but I am giving them a little bit of a tack here and there, and that's allowing me to see how it will look. I brought in two solid pieces. You can see the solid green on the right hand side and left hand side, and I've used that kind of as bookends to mirror and to block out those sections. I've also brought in this piece of glacier. Now, in all the videos, I only add base pages, a little bit of white scrap cardstock, and this is the only page I've added cardstock for the top, as in not base page cardstock. And this is where I just added a sheet of glacier. I needed to mount those photo mats up and to give it sort of a solid bit there. So that is the only time I will bring in some other cardstock to add apart from the base pages. Here I'm having a look. You see me bringing that zip strip again, or it's actually not a zip strip, sorry, it's a sticker, part of the sticker sheet, and I'm like, it's not working. I have to move everything down a little bit. I've got everything just slightly too high, so once I get those photo mats on, I notice it's too high, and to move it down, you can see what is going to be above the line that I've made, I am trimming off. So I'm not wasting this extra parts of these flags, and we'll use all those little tiny pieces up when we make embellishments, which is going to be the last episode in this series. We're going to make some tiny little embellishments and page enhancers so that we use up the very smallest of the scraps. And to be honest, it's going to probably be one of my favorite videos because I love showing you guys how you can use up even the tiniest little bits and pieces to help stretch your pages and make embellishment. And that video, guys, at the end, I am going to do a giveaway where I will send one of you guys out the embellishments that are left over and that we make in that video. So make sure that you like and subscribe, hit the bell button, all those lovely good things so that you don't miss that video. Okay, I finally got this to a stage where I can start embellishing. You see that I used those two sticker strips at the very top of the page, and I will be 190% honest here. This page for me is too white, and I know there'll be my scrappy friend out there, Cal, that will be going, finally, she doesn't like the white space. But to me, it probably needed to be on a different color, or yeah, it's very white in the background. It will work, and I think when there's some photos on there, it will look a little better. I got the title out of one of the Picture My Life cards. There's a whole world out there, and I'm also cutting up a couple of the Picture My Life cards to get the little bag and that out as well. I am going to stamp a couple of little things, the camera, a passport, and I'm going to stamp a couple of little arrows too. Funny story about this little swirly arrow that's right down there in the right hand corner right now is that after I stamped this layout and took that stamp off the block, I've never seen it since. I have searched my rubbish bins, I have searched my floors, I have searched every piece of paper that came from that kit, the layouts, the cupboards, that I have searched everywhere. I cannot find that arrow anywhere, guys. It's gone. It's lost. But that's life. It's I don't know. I love it. I used it to make a shield in I think layout 2, and I'm sure somebody's going to ask me to in one of my workshops to replicate that. I don't know, so I'm probably going to have to buy a whole nother stamp set for that. Down on that bottom section there where I just put that little piece of white, I end up sticking that down there because whatever I put down there blends into those Picture My Life cards and nothing kind of stands out. So by putting that piece of white cardstock there as a flag, whatever I then put on the top will actually have a base there and stand out from all the other pattern and paper. Just a few little bits and pieces to pop on here. I have used some foam tape to add that title up the top and to give that a little bit more dimension. I'm still trying to figure out the final details on a couple of these clusters. As I'm putting that passport on, I think the bag might look better moved back down to this little collection of embellishments down here, so I put some foam tape on that and move that down. Adding the foam tape also to that camera, and I'm covering up the majority of those words just so there's only the happy left on that tag. I'm trying to figure out what to do with just a little bit on either side of there's a whole world out there, and I look at putting a tag there but decide to bring in the trees from the stamp set. Now on that Picture My Life card there were trees that I'd cut off the bottom and the top of that set, so I'm really just replicating that and popping that back sort of where I'd taken some of it away. I just add a few of those around, and that just helps a little bit with a little bit of details around those couple of embellishments. Now the last thing, I cheat just a tiny little bit. I bring in some of the enamel dots, and I'm going to spread a few of those in colours that pick up the colours in the papers. So that is a little bit cheaty because they are definitely not in the kit, but I just added them for a couple of tiny details. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys spending this time with me. I am so blessed to have so many of you out there that support me and support the channel, and I do appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Not many to go, so keep those guesses coming and we'll see how we're going with that. And yeah, I think that's all I need to say. Have a lovely day, guys. Bye.